My name is Jeff Hittinger. I am the director of the Center for Applied Scientific Computing at Lawrence Livermore National Lab. I'm also an alumni of the program. And it was my pleasure to serve as the chair of the Howes Award Committee this year. Frederick Anthony Howes, who's pictured here, managed the Department of Energy's Applied Mathematical Sciences program and was the original program manager for this fellowship, and this is in the 1990s. He was really a champion for computational science and engineering, which was an emerging field at the time, and was really dedicated to this program, and if it weren't for him, this program would not exist today. He was also a very committed public servant and a person of extremely high integrity. To honor Dr. Howes, every year we award to one or two recent graduates from the program a Howes Scholar Award. Now, this is awarded to recent alumni who have demonstrated outstanding leadership and character, as well as exceptional technical achievement in computational science. So it's my honor this year to actually do this 3 times, even though I just said we only give out 1 or 2. And that is because one of our award winners from last year wasn't able to come and speak. So this year she will actually get a chance to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the citations for each of them and ask them to come up while I'm doing that, and then I will present them with their award. And after we've completed that and a few pictures get taken, they're each going to give a technical talk on the work that they've done. And I'll probably introduce them again in case you have a short attention span and forget what I said. So first, let's start with Dr. Sarah Middleton. The Howes Scholar Selection Committee is pleased to name Dr. Sarah Middleton as a 2018 Howes Scholar in Computational Science. Dr. Middleton earned her PhD in genomics and computational biology in 2017. She is now a computational biologist at GlaxoSmithKline. Sarah's selection as a 2018 Howes Scholar reflects both her outstanding scientific achievements and her demonstrated leadership and character. Sarah's research attacked the long-standing problem in computational biology of modeling RNA structure from its primary sequence. She developed a novel approach called no-fold that could infer RNA secondary structures by extracting features from the primary sequence without explicitly solving the structural folding problem, an approach that typically relies on overly simplified free energy models. She then extended this method to predict protein structures. Her underlying approach allows prior information or prior collections of data to be leveraged to extract biologically meaningful views of the data from the original noisy, high-dimensional sparse data. The principles Sarah developed can be used for analyzing diverse biological data that are noisy, high-dimensional, and sparse. Sarah is also a tireless advocate for computational biology and, more generally, computational science. In 2013, at the University of Pennsylvania, she recognized the need for an introductory programming curriculum for the graduate students in the biomedical program. Under her own initiative, she started a programming boot camp, created all the course materials for the 8-day course herself, and initially delivered all the lectures and hands-on programming exercises. The boot camp, focused primarily on the Python language, is now an annual event supported by the Institute of Biomedical Informatics. In 2014, Sarah led her department's participation in the Philadelphia Science Festival, a week-long community-wide celebration of science with almost 100,000 in attendance. She also volunteered for the Franklin Institute STEM Scholar Program for an initiative supported by the Arthur Viding Davis Foundation to develop high school genomics curriculum. Sarah's demonstrated excellence in research, and her advocacy for computational science are qualities Fred Howes encouraged in all young scientists. She'll be a leader and a role model to her colleagues and future computational scientists. So let's congratulate Sarah. She got her award last year, so she doesn't get to keep the box. Okay, next up is Dr. Adam Risselman. It's not pronounced the way it looks. The selection committee is pleased to name Dr. Adam Risselman a 2019 Frederick A. Howes Scholar in Computational Science. Dr. Risselman received his PhD in biomedical informatics from Harvard University in 2018 and is lead engineer for machine learning at In Vitro, a startup focused on drug discovery via that technology. Adam was selected for his demonstrated leadership, character, and outstanding technical achievements in computational science. Adam's doctoral research focused on developing state-of-the-art machine learning methods to predict the effects of genetic variation. These techniques are necessary to employ genetic sequence data in identifying mutations that affect disease. Specifically, Adam led a project to develop novel variational autoencoders for genomic sequences that allow for interpretation of mutation effects. By summarizing billions of years of evolution, these data-driven models are sensitive enough to predict a single mutation's impact on gene function. On his own initiative, Adam investigated the data integrity question in his practicum project at Lawrence Berkeley National Laboratory, identifying previously unknown problems in a subset of the data. In the process, Adam built a new automated sequence analysis workflow that jointly identifies mutations with high sensitivity from next-generation sequencing data, while at the same time inferring functional consequences of such mutations. Adam's approach and vision set a strong precedent for the importance of careful data curation and for developing methods for model interpretation. Researchers continue to use his generalizable analysis framework in other projects. Adam has demonstrated technical excellence, attention to detail, and vision as a scientist, and developed new tools capable of handling terabytes of genetic sequence data. He has created highly innovative machine learning techniques that are at the forefront of computational biology research today. His results have been published in top journals, including Nature Methods, Cell, the International Conference in Learning Representations, and Nucleic Acids Research. Adam has also distinguished himself as the type of leader who makes everyone around him better, frequently volunteering his time to the benefit of others and his profession. In graduate school, Adam strove to make the laboratory a collaborative, welcoming, and open environment, generously sharing his time mentoring and explaining new or difficult concepts to his fellow graduate students. Adam helped arrange career fairs for the Health Professions Recruitment and Exposure Program, an outreach organization for underprivileged high school students in the Boston area that exposes them to careers in science and computational biology. Adam served as a scientific writer, editor, coordinator, and lecturer for Science in the News, a Harvard graduate student organization that conveys important scientific issues to the general public while training members as effective scientific communicators. Finally, Adam was instrumental in creating a series of teaching sessions about the latest methods in machine learning for his research group, to the enormous benefits of his fellow graduate students, postdoctoral researchers, and the research faculty. Adam is a computational scientist who not only excels technically, but also serves as a role model for others as both a researcher and a human being. He embodies the qualities that Fred House promoted in all early career scientists. Let's congratulate Adam. All right, one more to go. Dr. Chelsea Harris. The selection committee is pleased to name Dr. Chelsea Harris as a 2019 Frederick A. House Scholar in Computational Science. Dr. Harris received her PhD in astrophysics from the University of California, Berkeley in 2018, and is a postdoctoral research associate in the Department of Physics and Astronomy at Michigan State University. Chelsea was selected for her demonstrated leadership, character, and outstanding technical achievements in computational science. Chelsea's doctoral research focused on understanding the physics of supernova explosions of stars and, in particular, modeling how supernovae interact with the surrounding gas. Her work has produced the entire electromagnetic spectrum of emissions from these events, yielding a powerful probe into the nature of the star system that exploded. Chelsea's research went far beyond previous analyses, which were based on relatively simple analytic models that assumed a smooth surrounding medium. Her more realistic numerical models predict important differences in the expected radioluminosity and timescale, with implications for deriving constraints on the density of the surrounding material. For example, Chelsea's work revised previous estimates on the mass of circumstellar material by a substantial amount for the Type 1a supernova PTF11K, one of the most important and studied star explosions ever observed. Her work has also helped explain the slow decline in X-ray emissions in another supernova, leading to multiple awards of Hubble Space Telescope time to confirm new theories via observation. Chelsea is a computational astrophysicist making outstanding contributions at the interface between theory and observation. She has positioned herself to be an impactful scientist in the current era of large astronomical data sets and high-performance computing simulation. Chelsea has also distinguished herself as a leader of great character. She has demonstrated independence and perseverance in long-term projects, and it is clear to her collaborators that she places a great deal of importance on scientific integrity, prioritizing accuracy, precision, and clarity. Chelsea also is dedicated to effective scientific communication, delivering well-crafted presentations that are humorous, pedagogical, and scientifically fascinating. One example is the Science of Star Wars lecture she gave at UC Berkeley to more than 100 local community members and children. I kind of was hoping you were going to give that talk, but...
You're not children, so...
Well, you've not spent enough time with me. She also generously shares her knowledge to the benefit of her colleagues and always is willing to take the time to help them. Finally, Chelsea was a strong advocate at UC Berkeley for breaking down the stigma associated with seeking mental health treatment and made sure students were aware of the services available to them on campus. The impact Chelsea had in her department was significant. Mental health topics are discussed openly in faculty meetings, and students are not afraid to seek help. Addressing this important but often neglected issue took courage, and that Chelsea did so demonstrates her proactive nature and leadership. Chelsea Harris is a computational scientist who not only excels technically, but also serves as a role model for others, as both a researcher and a human being. She embodies the qualities Fred House promoted in all early career scientists. Let's congratulate Chelsea.